back, enchanters, to another Ultimates by Super7 unpacking, and this is wave one of what we know, 3 waves of the mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yes, it's Morphin time. I'm so excited. Did I say morphing? It's Morphin time. Morphin time. Is that comment in the chat? Is it Morphin or Morphing? But anywho, how are y'all? I hope you're doing amazing. As you know, I'm an avid collector of Ultimates by Super7. I absolutely love this entire wave of just 90s nostalgia. Just Ultimates does it for me. Just recently, we did the Animaniacs unboxing. Now, it wasn't really an unboxing because with Ultimates, something you should know with me is that I'm not going to unbox them. I'm going to open them, we're going to zoom in, and I'm going to show you up on the screen images of what it looks, the contents within. We give you my feedback based on what I've seen, what I've heard from other collectors and other groups, and take it from there and allow you all to share your opinions as well. So this is not an unboxing, it is a review. It is simply a review, yeah, because I'm an inbox collector when it comes to Ultimates. So before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Jean-Pierre Bon Jovi. I'm a collector here at our channel, and what we do here is we unbox 90s nostalgia, 80s, 90s nostalgia, early 2000s, my childhood, all wrapped into this channel, and it absolutely means the world to have you connect and hit that smash button below. Make sure you like this video if you found value in it, right? Make sure to comment below, but most importantly, make sure you hit that smash and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified every time we upload content every Mondays and sometimes on Thursdays. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So price point wise, these all retailed for $55 each. I did purchase these at Big Bad Toy Store. I have two more I have 2 more waves coming from Big Bad Toy Store, and I'm no longer shopping Big Bad Toy Store because they don't have a rewards program, and you could just get it on Sideshow Collectibles and get your rewards points. So highly recommend Sideshow Collectibles because at least you get points. I've given them feedback like over a year ago. I know other buyers have also. I haven't had a negative experience with Big Bad Toy Store. The packaging is impeccable. It's precise. By the way, these all come in brown boxed unicorns that protect them. I do save those, but I do display them. I do display them without the sleeve, which I'll show you in a moment. But I will not be purchasing from Big Bad Toy Store anymore, strictly because of that, because I can be saving money by purchasing through Sideshow Collectibles. So that's a little tip for you. If you were thinking of someone to purchase figures from, I definitely would go with Sideshow. I also do purchase other figures. Iron Studios, I'm also no longer purchasing directly from Iron Studios. I'm purchasing from Sideshow because they take forever to ship them out. So yay for that, right? So I'm so excited to bring this video to y'all. I can't wait. Now, this is wave 1 of 3 that have already been announced. There's been a lot of mixed reviews with this series, so I'm going to share that as well. I'm in a few Power Rangers Facebook groups as well, and I've heard some negative reviews versus the Hasbro Lightning collection, which people have been loving, collectors, and they do say that this is a major downgrade from that, though they are better in certain attributes, and they have a little bit more realism, but then they don't. So we're going to dive into that for sure. And I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on them. My opinion is going to be completely unbiased as we unbox these. So without further ado, let's dive in. So we're going to start with, I think, the least favorite piece that everyone has been giving so much, everyone's been giving this piece so much crap on. And as we unbox it, it's none other than the Putty Patroller. First off, let's zoom in on the details here. As you can see here with the Putty Patrol, let's go into the, as you know, there's a back. So the back, but let's not zoom in just yet. Let me just read the back first. So it says Putty Patroller, created from Finster's Monster-Matic. The Putty Patrol are Rita Repulsa's endless evil horde. They often accompany her evil space aliens and provide backup for Goldar's assault on the Power Rangers. The Putty Patrol later received an upgrade from Lord Zed himself, becoming nearly indestructible, except for a hard strike to the Z on their chest. Putties are able to adapt to any situation, sometimes absorbing another monster's power to fight the Power Rangers. I didn't know that. I only ever watched up to the second season. Once Kimberly left the show indefinitely, I never watched it again. And honestly, huge Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fan, huge fan. But when we lost Jason, Trini, and Zach right in the beginning of the second season, it just never was the same. And then when we lost Kimberly after the movie, it came out, and I think she was featured just for a few episodes after the fact, after the movie. It really just went downhill from there. And I respect the fandom, and I respect the message behind Power Rangers. I just don't get it. I don't get it. The show's always been cheesy. The storylines have been cheesy. The just everything about this show is just, I don't get it, right? Just, I don't get it. But the nostalgia this brought to me in the early 90s was like none other. Being a kid and rushing home to watch the Power Rangers and dressing up as them for Halloween and going to the first movie, you know, being online at the movies for Lord knows how long just to get tickets to go watch the first movie, the action figures, and so much more. I mean, Power Rangers was at the height of the early 90s. It was everything Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So this right here is my nostalgia. It's my childhood.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
All right, so let's zoom in here. So outside of just also zooming in here in a moment, I'm going to upload an image as well on the screen where you'll be able to see all the accessories. Obviously, I have not broken any of the seals of these pieces, so I don't plan on doing that. This piece does come with quite a few, not quite a few, quite a ton, an abundance of accessories. You are going to get, as shown on screen, you're going to get a football jersey, what seems to look like is that a skirt, like a cheerleader skirt? I have no idea. A pumpkin. There's this stick. I don't know what that's about. We have these Z knee caps. Also, we have when Lord Zed transforms them, and they have this Z little shoulder pad like football. What do you call that? It's like a chest pad that says the letter Z. You're gonna get a cowboy hat. What looks like a little cowboy, like little tie, like a necktie. You're gonna get 4 different hand sculpts that you can alternate as well, and you do get a different head sculpt as well. Overall, I will say my biggest discrepancy with this entire wave is their torso. Their upper torso is just weird. It looks awful. It's absolutely trash. It's disgusting. What is that? Like that? It looks like the little Tetris, and their bodies curve. Like, I get it, but that's right in the center of the chest, and it looks horrid. It looks absolutely horrible. It's just terrible, man. Like, it sucks, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I kind of had a regret with this series. I wasn't present to it when I pre-ordered them. I was just really excited and I wanted the nostalgia. And it was present and it was there, but I didn't pay mind to it. And then after seeing a few of these arrive and noticing this myself, I really dislike it a lot. So I'm not happy with this series at all. And as we go into that, I mean, let's talk about the Rangers in a moment, but let's go into Goldar, which has been quite a positive review in general. Everyone has enjoyed this one online. I'm going to experience it for myself. By the way, something really fun with all the unicorns, they do have the character logo in gold, and it's like this punch out of it. It's not embedded, but it's like it's textured, so it's like bubbled out of the sleeve, which I think is pretty awesome. And this is none other than Goldar, which I think is so freaking awesome. So here's the back as we zoom in on Goldar, right there. I'll read that in a moment. Let me just take a moment and observe this piece. Okay, come through. He looks amazing. You see him on the other hand, he looks incredible. And the back reads, Goldar is a general in Rita Repulsa's endless Putty Patrol army and most powerful of the evil space aliens. He led the attack on the Earth after Rita Repulsa's 10,000-year imprisonment, where he proved his might against the Power Rangers. Goldar shows no mercy when it comes to battling the Rangers, even proving too much for the mighty Dino Megazord at times. Goldstar sports battle armor, giant wings, and wields a giant sword capable of bringing an opponent to their knees. He is a faithful servant to Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed. Again, I love that bio. I think that looks amazing. That gold foil as well with the face looks amazing. So let's pull up an image of everything that comes up within the contents. So what are you going to get here? You are going to get Goldar, you're going to get the sword, you're going to get an alternate head as well, so an alternate portrait with his mouth open, which is the biggest distinction. His mouth is just wide open. You're also going to get what seems to be like this jewelry box, and inside all 5 of the metal coin morphers, which it's pretty rad. You're going to get a few different hand sculpts, as you can see there, and his massive wings as well, which also come separate that you can add to him. And he has these 5 star discs. Don't ask me what they are. I have no idea what they are. It's been a while since I've watched repeats of this series, but you get these little 5, they look like stone coasters. I don't know. There's a zoomed up version of what it looks like within the box. I think this piece looks amazing from the reviews I've seen and opened, and a lot of reviews on this and just opened editions outside of the box. It looks spectacular, and many are saying probably quite possibly one of the best Goldars ever made. So definitely amazing if you are a collector and you do collect Power Rangers, and you do if you're looking for Instagrammable photos or creating scenes. I hear he's incredibly articulated as well, which is pretty awesome, and he's true to size as well, his bulkiness, which is pretty rad too. So definitely a hit in this series. Now we're going to go over to the Power Rangers, and I'm going to be completely transparent. They experience the same as the putty, that whole chest thing, which is quite disappointing. So let's zoom in here. Here you're going to have Saber-Tooth Tiger, which is none other than Trini. Yay! So here we have the Yellow Ranger. Is an essential member of the Power Rangers, never one to shy away from facing fears, especially when a fellow Ranger is in trouble or when her doll magically comes alive. Trini Kwan was first to be chosen for the mantle of the Yellow Ranger, later transforming her powers to Aisha Campbell before leaving for the World Peace Summit. The Yellow Ranger calls upon the power of the Saber-Toothed Tiger to utilize her strength, agility, and armor-piercing power daggers to defeat the evil forces of Rita. And rest in peace to Tui Trang. I didn't know she was in Crow's City of Angels, I believe was the movie. She was the villain there. That was pretty rad to see that. I feel like of all the Rangers, she would have probably had of all the actors of the original series, she probably would have had the longest career. I mean, she was just she was gone too soon, and incredibly just tragic death. And it's just absolutely sad. And now we're down to 4 Rangers. And it's incredibly heartbreaking, and yeah, I at a loss for words, because especially when this wave came out, I mean, there is the fact that the other Ranger is the Green Ranger, who has also just recently passed as well, Jason David Frank, and so this wave really kind of hit me, and as much as I was connected to as much as I wasn't connected to the Power Rangers fandom, there's just something about the nostalgia brought to me and what the original 6 Rangers created, and so, I mean, yeah. Now, I am noticing something, so I probably would have spoken too soon, but as we look at the Yellow Ranger, I am noticing that she does not have the distinction that the putty has, which is actually great. I'm not mad at this, but does the Green Ranger have it? I feel like, yeah, see, the male characters have it, but for some reason, the female characters don't have it. So she comes with a ton of accessories, a ton. So I'm going to pull up the image on screen, and let's talk about all of her accessories. First off, I have to say, I love the fact that they're not bulky or they don't have muscular texture like they did in the series, which is true to the series. They had solid form. There was in their like was it like their spandex lycra outfits, costumes. They were ill-fitted, and the actors underneath the suits had slender bodies, so they did not have any muscular definition. And even if they did, which I presume they did, their costumes never shared that appeal and never shared that point of view. And so I love that these figures are, their build is authentic to the actual series. I do love that her chest, if you notice her chest right into her bust, there is some movement, and I do love that that little T thing doesn't exist, so I am really happy with that. Then we have Trini's portrait. I will say her head sculpt, I mean, it looks like Trini, but her nose is very, very, very wide, and Trini did not have that wide of a nose, so it does look disproportionate. Also, her skin tone, I mean, I don't know, there's something with her skin tone. It's like matted, it just doesn't look the best. Her hair looks great, and it does look like Trini from like the eyes up, but like from the nose going down, it looks bad. It's not the greatest portrait, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'd hate to say this, it's almost ape-like. She has an ape-like portrait. It's giving me Planet of the Apes, and it just makes. And Trini had such a slender, incredible. She had bone structure to her. She kind of looks like she has chubby cheeks here. It just makes no sense. The portrait's just not that great. Honestly, putting the portrait and swapping the head sculpt, you can tell it's Trini from a distance, but up close, incredibly disappointing. Outside of that, we have Aisha, and Aisha has like this like. She just like took a whiff of something, and it's like this derpy derp face. Looks bad. This does not look like Aisha at all, at all, at all. I will say the skin texture, like the actual pigmentation of the skin, is actually very much spot on, which looks great. But her smile just looks like a derpy derp face, and it's like she just took a whiff of like, I don't know, of ass. And like she's having a moment. I don't know. It just looks awful, and it's not great. Now she does come with a ton of accessories. She does come with her power daggers. She comes with her blaster. She comes with her blaster sealed. She comes with multiple different alternate hands. She comes with her holster as well. I love the fact that they come with their power coin, with the power coin as they open the power coin, and then they enter it into the Zord. I love that. That's freaking awesome. She also comes with a morpher, like a side morpher you could put on her hand. The morphers do not depict. This is where, like, again, the series just is a complete miss. But the morphers do not depict the Zords at all. It's blurry. Like the gold coin doesn't appear there. Like you can't see anything. There's no saber-toothed tiger there. It's absolute same. The morpher and the morpher on her belt just don't depict it at all. You also have that episode where she has the little yellow tulips and this little elf. I forget what episode that's about. That's there. And then the white gun. I don't know where that's from. And then what looks like these two silver daggers here. They're just plain. Looks quite cheap. There's no color to this. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it's bad. It's really bad, y'all. It's not great. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. It's really not great at all. In the box from a distance, looks great. Opening this up, I would never. And I've already ordered the other one, so whatever. We're gonna complete the series and call it a day. But not my favorite. Now we're going to move into none other than the Green Ranger. So as you zoom in, this is the sleeve. Here you're going to have the... who are you? I know you're Tyrannosaurus. Are you Dragonzord? Yeah, Dragonzord. Yeah, it's Dragonzord. So here we have the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, the one and only Green Ranger, first debuted as the evil 6th Ranger controlled by Rita Repulsa and was able to defeat the Power Rangers and the Dino Megazord single-handedly. It took the combined strengths of all 5 Power Rangers to break Rita Repulsa's spell. With his free with returned, the Green Ranger could join the other Power Rangers in their fight against her. Tommy is an excellent addition to the team, wielding the power of the Dragon Dagger, which enables him to summon and control the mighty Dragon Zord to help the Rangers fight against evil. That is the back, if you want to zoom in on that. And now I'm going to allow y'all to zoom in on the actual piece itself and take a moment to experience that as I go over all the pieces. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to upload an image right over here, and let's see all the accessories. So he comes with quite a few. So what I love about this is that you can remove his armor, his gold shield. You can remove that. And something I never understood was why he had that and the other Rangers didn't. Like, I feel like Jason was the leader, and then when Tommy came along, he just became superior, and Jason took a back burner. And with that, he came with privileges. Like, I'm sorry, you're not the OG Tommy. And then he comes in and he has like this superiority to him, and he becomes like the leader, and he has this additional shawl and like all this extra accessories, from the gold around his wrist, his right above his knees, from right at his shoes, the gold trimming, and then also this centerpiece. What I do love is you can remove it, but it's still, he doesn't have that plain Green Ranger ensemble as all the other Rangers did, which was a little disappointing. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I always secretly wanted an orange and a purple Ranger as well. I don't know why, but I always did. Anyway, outside of that, he's going to come, as you can see as well in the images, he has a gold plate as well. So there's the same plaque, but it's gold. So it's like it almost has like a metallic sheen to it. So it has a shiny luster to it. He comes with a ton of hand adjustments, and there is a hand adjustment where the little gold braces on his upper arms are removed, so that one actually looks a little bit better, and he can, it looks better. Also, his holster is black. I never knew that. I thought his holster would be white. I don't quite remember either, but his holster is black versus the Rangers have a white one. As for his morpher, does he come with a morpher? I have no idea, but if y'all are seeing a morpher up on the... Yes, he does. He comes with his morpher. I will say his morpher on his belt, you can see the Megazord. Trini's you can't make crap out of, but on his you can. I'm curious, if you own the Trini, the Yellow Ranger, and if you can see the saber-toothed tiger on both her morpher and the one on the loose morpher and the one on her belt, please let me know, because mine does not show it at all. I do love that we get the Dragon Zord dagger. You get his red sword, where he was first featured with the tassel when he was first introduced and he was the evil Green Ranger. You do get that. You do get this black sword. I don't know where that's from. You get the white gun. You get this silver looking dagger, which is basically the Dragon Zord dagger, but it's all silver and it's bigger. Again, I don't know where that's from. You're gonna get what looks like an auto machine gun, I don't know, or a flamethrower. I don't know where that's from either. And lastly, you're gonna get 2 head sculpts. The first one you're gonna get is Evil Tommy, which everyone has been giving a bunch of they've just been critiquing it and dragging this figure through the mud. I honestly, it does not look that bad. He has the shadowness around his eyes, and you can tell he's evil in the green bandana. And his hair is a little bit more. His hair is it's not really in a ponytail. He's just slicked back. He did have long hair in the beginning seasons. When he was first introduced. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but I've seen photos of him, and in certain angles, it looks bad. And then the other one is not as bad. That one, his hair is in a ponytail, and he's the normal Ranger. Again, not the best sculpt. Again, it has a lot of matte. It's very matte, the portrait. It's not texturized at all, and again, it is a plastic figure, so that's to be expected. But again, one of the most disappointing things on this figure is same like the putty. It has that Tetris T that allows you to bend it, but it looks really bad. I mean, the seam just looks awful. And again, I like it more than the Yellow Ranger, but I'm not impressed. And we're going to leave this with the very last piece of this series. And it's none other than Tyrannosaurus. It is the Dinozord. Tyrannosaurus Dinozord. How freaking amazing is this? The bigger box of them all. There we have Tyrannosaurus on the sleeve. As we lift this up, here we have it. I'm so excited. So this is the Tyrannosaurus Dinozord. Piloted by the Red Ranger, the Tyrannosaurus Dinozord erupts from the earth to fight the evil forces of Rita Repulsa. This mighty Zord is capable of taking on Rita Repulsa's evil space aliens one-on-one in combat. It uses its tail to hold its body up and delivering a devastating kick, and one roar can vaporize any opponent, capable of combining with the other Zords to form the mighty Dino Megazord. The Tyrannosaurus Dinozord is a formidable weapon and ally. Now, a lot of people are really excited for this piece. They love it because it's a singular Tyrannosaurus Dinozord, and a lot of collectors want this, and they've been waiting for this, and they love the overall aesthetic to this piece. Now, the one setback from this piece is that it will not be able to combine with any of the other Megazords. Now, we did get an announcement. I believe there will be, I think there is going to be a Dragon Zord coming out in one of the other waves, but you cannot combine this. So, and there's been no announcement of the other four Zords from the original series being released. Not to my recollection, and you cannot combine them to make the ultimate Megazord, which is very disappointing. And a lot of people don't mind because they already own so many of those through Hasbro or through other franchisees that have created the toys in the past. Now, without further ado, let's upload an image here, and here we're going to talk about the fact that you get a metal Tyrannosaurus power coin, which is really, really cool. It is a metal coin. I love that. The actual Megazord doesn't have much to it. It has the clenched hands that are already built onto it. It has the closed fist, and it has a more open fist. What is very disappointing is that they promoted this piece that you would get the little mini Red Ranger in two poses. Now, I love the scale to it. It's perfect. This is my discrepancy. You can't see the face, and you can't see the white triangles either. It's completely half-assed. I mean, come on, like, Super7 is known for their attention to detail, and the fact that, like, they don't have their white triangles on their chest, and you can't see a helmet, it's just a plain. It's from the torso up, it's just red, and there's not even a facial feature on either of the figures. The hands are the only thing that's white, the belt is white, and the boots are white. That's it. It's incredibly disappointing. I really dislike that a lot because I'm a huge Polly Pocket fan and miniature fan of anything. If these would have been more detailed, like, I mean, how amazing would that be, man? It really was a miss for me completely, and it's the reason why I hate this piece so much. And it sucks because they're accessories, but that right there was what really made me the most excited about this. And they're trash. It's absolutely trash. And then we go to Megazord. I love the articulation of his tail. You could tell it's going to move a lot. I mean, the details of him are amazing. It's quite a large piece, but then again, it's not true to scale. And this is the thing with with Ultimates. They're known for being true to scale. This piece should have been like 6 times bigger. And I would have paid more money to have a true to scale piece. Maybe 8 times bigger, and it should have been, a massive piece on its own that had the compatibility that if you scaled the actual Power Ranger next to it, you can tell it's far larger, and you can create a Megazord that would be freaking massive. That's what I'm waiting for, right? Like a 1/10 figure, but also a 1/10 scale Megazord. How freaking epic would that be? No one's done that, right? And of course, it's Super 7. We're limited to the size of the box. I get it, but you do with that as you please with your collection. Obviously, you can't set them next to each other. They're not scaled appropriately. Then again, no pieces next to the Megazords that are available right now in the market. So that's my setback, but I think I'm just being a little too critical there. I think he does look amazing. Same affordable price, which is amazing as well. Again, it's the little Rangers that do it for me, and it's very disappointing. But overall, what are my thoughts on this series? You don't need it. Hard pass. Hard pass. I think they're going to look amazing in the boxes once I display them. I am going to be investing in a Billy book case, so I will be placing them all there side by side. I have 2 more waves coming in, so whatever, right? We're already 1/3 of the way there, so we're going to review those, so you're going to see those on my channel. Again, I don't like to give biased opinions ever. I want to give you my honesty. Not everything I purchase is going to be the greatest. Am I going to return these? No. I do think that long term they'll have some value in the collector's market. Long term, maybe 5 to, I'd say about 10 years from now, they might increase in value. So yay for that, right? Again, I'm keeping them here. I absolutely love the Disney Ultimates, but there's been absolutely no announcement after Nightmare Before Christmas release, so I don't know what's happening with Ultimates either, what their intention is with their Disney license, and or Power Rangers, because we do have a few other pieces coming out. Lord Zed, Rita Repulsa's coming out. We're getting the additional Rangers, and we are getting an additional Dragon Zord is also coming out as well, but let's see what happens with that as the additional pieces come out. If we're going to get additional waves, I do feel like 2 more waves are necessary to get the other Megazords as well, to get a White Ranger as well. That would be great. So fingers crossed that we do get that, and some of the other bad guys as well. We are getting the doctor who creates the molds of the monsters. Him. The scientist who works with Rita, I know we're getting him as well. So we are getting a few additional pieces, which I'm really excited for. So I'm curious to know what your thoughts on the series. Comment below. Your opinion counts and it matters. So definitely want to know what your thoughts are on this review. I'm sorry I did not unbox these. I don't do ultimate unboxings. And so yeah, I appreciate you all so much. Don't forget to hit that smash button, subscribe. It means the absolute world. It supports this channel. Don't forget, I am a retailer. You can go check our store. Our website is down below in the description. We do sell a lot of other figures, so go check that out as well, and a lot of pre-orders available. I am partnering with a few other companies, so stay tuned. You'll be seeing a lot more variety on my store outside of Disney, which that's what it is predominantly right now. So stay tuned for additional unboxings. Thank you all for being here. Have an incredible and blessed rest of your day, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye.